Hey guys, Philip Shadler here, your local real estate agent in Los Angeles, and I just finished a termite inspection here. This has been the longest escrow ever. I think we're going close to 55, 60 days or something. So it's been pretty crazy, but I'm hoping that we can close next week. I don't know if it's going to be this week. Anyway, it's been a very strenuous transaction. On the other transaction, I don't know if you guys saw the video last week, a client of mine was interested in a house in Westlake Village for 2.99999. It's almost 3 million, right? Beautiful house, gorgeous house. And then she asked me, what should I offer, right? So I said, well, there's two ways to go about it. One is the poker face style, and no emotion, and you just gamble and you go maybe 100 grand below and see what happens. The other way is, if you really, really love the place, then offer asking price. So we went with the gambling, and I love that. I love that about my client. I love that. Anyway, this is one of the things I love about real estate. I know I should love closings, but I love the negotiation, to go in with the poker face and just chance it, right? Just chance it. So what happened was, great agent, by the way, very experienced, a long time in the business. So we submit the offer with $99,000 less than asking price, so at 2,800,000. They wanted 14-day escrow. They wanted 3 weeks rent back for the owner after the close of escrow, free, and no loan contingency. Inspection to be done in 21 days, which is fine, and an EMD of 3%, right? So what we offered was an EMD. EMD is the earnest money deposit, like a good faith deposit. And at this point, at this price range, it's about $29,000 or $27,000, something like that, 1%. And 3% of EMD would have been close to 70. So I'm always trying to protect my client, because you never know, things can happen. And what if she cancels, right? If she cancels after the contingencies are signed off, she's in risk of losing that deposit. So why not minimize that? But of course, at the other token, people in that price range, owners, believe, or you seem less real, authentic to them, right? If you're going too low, which I can understand. So then we counted back with 1% EMD. And also they have a ton of TVs all over the property, and some TVs are not going to be included. My client, the buyer client, wanted to have them included. So that was the first round. Then he sends me a counter back, that agent, and I don't know if it was a mistake or if it was on purpose, sends me a counter back with my client's name on the multiple seller counter offer form, but somebody else's name as a signature on another person. It was a trust, right? And it's another family. And so I thought, okay, now one of two things are happening here. Either he has definitely another interested party, right? He told me he had 5. So anyway, I sent it back and said, hey, it might be a little mistake. And I'm glad when experienced agents make mistakes. I mean, everybody makes mistakes. I have made mistakes and probably will in the future. So I'm just glad he's human. And so I called him up, and I called him up, and I said to the agent, the listing agent, said, there's a little bit of concern on my buyer's side, is the 3 weeks free rent back. What if the people don't move out, right? Because I understand in the past, this is what I would like to do, but it's no longer legal from what I understand, is for protecting my buyer client, to, let's say, put $15,000 in an escrow account, and if the seller is not out by a specific date, the next date, those $15,000 go to the buyer. So there's an incentive for them to leave, right? Cannot do that anymore. So I asked the guy, the listing agent, said, well, how would you secure that? I'm just concerned about my client's safety. I want to look out for that there's no squatting going on. So he says, well, he does it for his clients, he trusts them, so he does it all the time. I said, yeah, okay, we just don't feel comfortable about it. And then he says to me, well, I'm the first one out of 5 offers that have expressed concern about this issue. So at that point, I thought, okay, let's keep on with the gambler situation, right? And I said, okay, well, you know what? It sounds like you have 5 offers, so the property is going to sell for sure. But then we're just done. And if anything happens that doesn't go forward, we're always open to negotiation. So I told my client, I said, they didn't really go for that stuff, and they have 5 other offers, and they kind of insisting on the 3 weeks rent back and all that stuff. So we figured it's kind of done. About 3 days go by, and I get a text from the agent saying that why don't I submit an offer with our timeline and our conditions and see where it goes, because I have to be honest with you, all the other parties now also had an issue with the rent back, right? So I thought I appreciate your honesty. Went back to my client. So now here's the thing, now we're already, what's the word, we're less enticed now, right? Because the first round didn't go so well. So now we're already, my client was already thinking, we're not going to get that property, okay, move on to the next one. So we get this, and so I said, okay. And also he wanted 3% EMD, right? So we did counter again with 3% EMD and 30-day escrow, and all the TVs included, which they didn't want to do at first, right? All the TVs included, because I figured, hey, we already figured it's gone, right? So now we might as well just put it on the table and put out the terms we want, and if you don't get it, we're not going to be disappointed, because we already were disappointed 2 days ago. So we'll see where it goes. I haven't submitted it yet. The buyer is coming back into town tonight. We want to do another walkthrough together tomorrow if we can, to look at the property. So anyway, that's what's been happening. And also we're down to 3 offers. So the other 2 already skipped out. And also we are the only cash offer. So this is also a big point, right? And also we went up with the price from 2.8 to 2.850, which is going to be fair. And we added buyer courtesy, possession of property 3 days after close of escrow. So, you know, this is where we're coming towards them a little bit. So it's exciting, but I love this stuff. This is really exciting. Anyway, if you have any real estate related questions, call me at 310-918-2260 or go to shadlerrealtor.com. Thank you so much for watching.